I've got a bit of a bone to pick with most commercial real estate developers and developments because I feel like for far too long, commercial real estate development has gotten away from really what it's doing, which is developing and building communities. It seems like far too many people are focused more on the numbers and having a profitable or super profitable project, which is great, right? Because we're not here to do this charitably. It's a lot of work and there's a lot of risk and it's not an easy job. But there are a number of intangible items that keep getting left off the list that I feel like could really change the way that neighborhoods and communities look at developers. There's no hiding the fact that most communities, most neighbors, most people probably have a very negative outlook on developers. Right? They come in, they tear down old buildings, and they build back something that the neighborhood didn't want in the first place. We see that time and time again. In fact, I was at a community meeting the other night in North Nashville, and a lot of the residents there were saying the exact same thing. There were deals being pitched, and the neighborhood kept saying, "Why are you bringing us deals and developments that the neighborhood doesn't want? We've expressed multiple times that we do not want this in our neighborhood. Please don't bring this here." I see that time and time again, and it seems like most commercial real estate developers will look at neighborhoods as the enemy, and that doesn't make any sense to me at all. If you're developing in a neighborhood, you should be providing something that adds to that neighborhood, not something that takes away. Otherwise, you shouldn't be developing. Go sell, securities or something on Wall Street where everybody likes to be like that. Don't become a neighborhood developer and bring stuff that people just frankly don't want. Now, let's get into exactly what I'm talking about. Right now in Nashville, we're seeing developers coming in, and again, it's totally fine. I love the growth. I'm not talking bad about developers because I am one myself. But people are coming in and doing everything that they can to absolutely maximize the development on every site. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But we're taking a new approach on a project that I'm doing called US 41, where we're actually going the exact opposite of that way. Instead of trying to figure out how we can build buildings to the absolute edges of the building envelope, and how can we build as tall as we possibly can, we're looking at it and going, how can we keep as few of the buildings on site as possible and create something that has almost the exact opposite feel? This project only has 18% building coverage, which means only 18% of the land is going to be covered by buildings. And they're all single story. Some are gonna have rooftop decks, but that is not changing a whole lot that's already existing. We're actually maintaining what's there. And on top of that, we're building in amenities for the neighborhood because this is a development that's going to be providing back to the neighborhood. That's what everything should be. Developers often don't realize how the built environment truly affects people's everyday lives, and having beautiful community parks instead of check cashing stores really does add to the quality of life that people have. So the amenities that we're gonna be offering are dog parks, playgrounds. We're even gonna have a stage and an event lawn. That event lawn, when it's not being used for a concert, could be a great place to just go throw a Frisbee over lunch. And it's a free park that we are bringing with this project for the neighbors in the community. And there are ways to make that profitable, right? We're not just looking at the numbers and going, how can we monetize this dog park? How can we monetize this playground? It doesn't matter to us. We feel that if we build out beautiful basic amenities like this, the neighborhood will want to come hang out on site, which means then they will likely spend money with our tenants that are on site. So it's a win-win for everybody in that scenario.